You
It's enough, I think. It's enough, I think.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Green live stream. Happy Sunday evening. The weather's taking a dive. How's it up there with you, Scott?
Terrible. Yeah, folks, we're trying to petition, and the Illinois legislature made sure we were going to suffer this time around. They moved the petitioning up a month, and now we're stuck to it in March, which is like the worst weather month of the year. So what a surprise. It's really brutal out there. You know, you try to.
It's up, it's down, it's in, it's out, it's warm, it's cold. We
but
never
it's
know.
mostly cold. Oh, it's been terrible. And
Well,
I got cold because of it. So
yeah. Well, Scott's pretty far north of me, so we've had really good weather down here. So that's
good.
Any day it's sunny, I'm driven to be outside and getting signatures from people.
Yeah.
To the point where I couldn't even move today.
Oh.
But so happy to be here with you. And Brian, welcome, Brian. Love that you always come. I agree with 99% of what you say and hardly anything with others.
Well, that does not bode well for this party. You know, it is difficult, Brian. It's weird. Yeah, it is. I tell you, I was in a group of really progressive folks. They were talking about Palestine, and a subject of some Democrat that they were going to support, you know, came up, and I said, you know, that if you're supporting any Democrat, you are supporting the genocide. You are normalizing genocide. And they were just shocked that I would say that. They were just horrified. But it takes a lot for people to understand that. You know, we're seeing that in Illinois with Kat. They're giving, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. They're giving it a big push. And, you know, it even got me thinking, I wonder if her whole campaign was set from the beginning, because she's a carpetbagger and she's got big connections and she's got big money. Now they're presenting her as, oh my God, the next Democrat. I bet the whole thing was planned, folks. I bet the whole thing was planned. And I know,
I was just going to say, she got an endorsement from Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah. I mean, please.
What's up, Amanda?
Like, so really? It's the big push, folks. And it's gross. I know a person that's running, and you know, I did talk to him and say, would you, you know, please leave the Democratic Party and come over to the Green Party. But I even wonder, yeah, Mike Simmons is his name. I wonder if they even set this up to stop him. But again, I you know, I don't want to get too delved into the Democratic Party crap, because it is a genocide party. But yeah, I wonder if the whole thing wasn't planned. That's all this shit is. My Dami was planned years ago. Yeah, go ahead.
hang on. We do that. We're so
you got
tired
me started, Brian. You got me started.
And like angry, like we're like, wait, who wants to go next? Who wants to diss on the Dems next? You know, Solidarity Now wrote on their Substack, wrote a really good thing about the cat campaign. You know, I mean,
interesting. Okay.
I mean, and at the same time, like, I don't know. I like the criticisms. I would never support her. I disagree with them on that. Not ever going to help a Democrat do anything.
No.
Because I agree with you, Scott. I mean,
yeah.
You know how I don't know how people rationalize it. I just don't understand how they rationalize it.
No.
You cannot change. I mean, I just had this conversation with some folks in Springfield. I said, there's only two outcomes if you join. And I finally just said it to them, because they're all like, well, what about this happen? What about this person? What about? And I'm like, there's only two outcomes. You either make a whole lot of money and connections for the party when you lose, and they get to keep all that, or you get co-opted and you end up voting for genocide and for ICE. That's it. You end up voting to bomb children. Those are your only two choices if you're a Democrat. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, they haven't gotten that concept. And again, to me, it's really normal. I say it all the time. Normalization of genocide. If it was any other situation, what group of murderers would you just work with? Because there's a nice person in that group of murderers. Nowhere else would you do that. You wouldn't do that in the mafia. You wouldn't do, you know, You wouldn't do it. We are
Yeah.
so brainwashed. We're
Yeah.
so brainwashed to accept it. And they know that when they fund all that money for all those ads for these Democrats, they know it that, you know, a
Oh
friend of mine
yeah.
asked me you know, they know I'm in the Green Party. They asked me, oh, who should I vote for in the primary? You know, I'm in the Green Party. What are you doing? What are you doing?
People are like, you're not voting in the primary? I'm like, why would I? I don't want any of them.
Oh,
They're like, I don't understand. I'm like, it doesn't matter. They're both parties of genocide. I don't really care. I don't spend a lot of time thinking about them unless it's figuring out ways to call them out on their BS, you know. And then they had this I'm going to see if I can find it. Some app what is it?
and in
Oh,
fact, it isn't
David
just
Boswell something. What is this? I don't know, some app like telling you who to vote for. How to find
okay.
pro-Palestinian candidates.
Oh, that's such garbage.
Organize for peace.
Well,
Yeah.
if they got a Democrat in there, they're fucking lying to you.
It's all Democrats.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What propaganda. These people.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
So right, Brian. And by the way, you're not the only ones that agree with this. Because this is the difference between social media and being in the world and talking to people on the street. So I have never seen a switch like this. Like usually when people say, "Are you a Democrat?" They want to know, you know, that's deciding whether or not they're going to sign the petition. And I go, "No, I'm Green Party." So I got our little postcards. And I go, "No, I'm Green Party," and they're like, "Oh, give me that."
Well, that's good. And, you know, another reason why I watch Nick Cruz, Revolutionary Blackout Network, is because at his basic, his number one basic, he's post-duopoly. That's what he says all the time. He is
Mhm.
post-duopoly. So there's none of this, you know, well, except for, no, he's
No,
post-duopoly. He doesn't deal
no
with any of
exception.
that.
What's up, Sip? Good to see you here. We'll get started.
Hey, Sip, all
We'll get
right.
started in a minute after we get
Yeah.
done our bitch session.
Whew.
And we got a new person. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Mike. Just run
Um,
on what the average minimum wage worker has lost due to red blue Nazi cabal being power since 2012 Green New Deal. It's 760 KD so far. I did the math. Yeah, I mean, and again, you know, it goes back decades and decades. I get you doing the math right there, yes, but I mean, you know, I'm a singer-songwriter. I did a song called "When the Night the Democrats Destroyed Henry Wallace." So 1944, folks, they were killing progressive, not literally, killing progressives. You know, that's what they do. They make sure that nothing ever happens. Nothing. And
Yeah.
the reason that Roosevelt did the Green New Deal, people love to say that it was the protest movement of the socialists and communists, forgetting the fact that it was communist parties, socialist parties that put on the pressure. And I'm not saying it was one or the other, it was both, but they want to ignore the political party factor of it. Those two parties, Eugene Debs, I think he was in the Socialist Party by that time. He got 1 million votes for president from jail in
There
a
you go.
political party.
Yeah.
And he was in jail for speaking out against, it was free speech, speaking out against World War I. He was jailed for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Thanks, Scott.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Eugene Debs, look him up. Look him up.
Oh, I know
He
him.
and he was a
Yes.
Democrat. He left the Democrats. He was a Democrat. Yep.
Well, the new thing I learned this year about FDR is that he proposed universal health care and the AMA stopped him.
Oh,
But I
man.
also know that we would have never gotten Social Security or gotten out of the Depression had there not been pressure from the outside. And so when people want to give me, a little pushback, I'm like, pressure from the outside is the only way we've gotten, Social Security, women's right to vote, or, wow. See, my brain's tired.
Yeah. I was going to say the AMA. Oh my God, folks, when the Epstein files dropped and everybody was doing all their research, I mean, the whole medical side of the thing went insane. And it's in we have different files of stuff that we want to try to put in the show. I've got all this. I mean, AMA. Oh my God. They were like the start of it. It's someday we got to do a whole segment on the whole medical industry.
If the world would stop blowing up for a minute.
Oh God, no kidding.
I don't know if that's possible, but maybe we just need to take a break from it. I don't know.
And speaking of
Voting
hitting the
Rights
button,
Act. Voting Rights.
thank you. Okay.
That was the last one.
Speaking
Plus
of
boycotts.
blowing things up, the
I was gonna
cover
say-
of our show.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was pressure from the outside, plus boycotts, plus general strikes, and anything that you could do. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. General strikes were really, really popular because we had real unions who weren't corrupted by the Democratic Party. Thank you very much. They also did that. So our union leaders are crap and sold out, and they make tons of money. And then they passed that law. Do you remember the law that their unions couldn't strike on political issues? I can't remember what Taft. No, not Taft Hartley. I don't know. Somebody in the comments.
Somebody in the comments, help us. We're tired. No,
Anyway.
we're fine. We're just, this is our day off. Sunday. This is the day we usually rest, but we're so happy to be here with you.
Yeah.
I don't remember what that was, but there is a rule that if it's not directly affecting your job, you're not solidarity strikes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Congress, in fact, both houses passed it. The president vetoed it, and they came back with 2/3. Yep.
Wow, they really know how to work together.
Oh my
when
God!
it's just through the worker.
Our Congress, a cabal of the most evil people you can imagine. People you don't understand how evil they are. They just look nice.
Well, these people don't look very nice.
I know.
Operation Epstein Fury, boots on the ground. Is the draft coming? I warned everybody about the draft about a year ago. Yeah, is Netanyahu dead? I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I think so. It's and there's been 2 AI videos that people have just slammed the AI videos. It's been really funny. Netanyahu has 6 fingers, and but yeah, so this actually. Oh, and I want to give credit because he really wants credit. Max Blumenthal was the person who came up with Operation Epstein Fury.
Oh, okay.
I want credit for this. I want credit, so we're giving him credit.
Yeah.
I don't know who to credit for this Lego video, which although it's in the show, so we'll talk about it more.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we like to start with Green Party good news. I mean, Green Party's out there swinging. You know what I'm saying? We
are doing it.
So the first one, I was as shocked as anyone. Brian McGinnis was on Democracy Now!
Yep.
And that's like, I don't know. That's like as most mainstream as you can get and still be considered kind of independent. They're not mainstream, but they do get access for things. So that's a big deal. I do have a quibble with the title, Ex-Marine Senate Candidate Speaks Out. There are no ex-Marines. Once Marine, always Marine.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
So, wrong, but okay, for covering it.
Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, let's see. And we're ready.
She asked him about running in the Green Party, by the way.
I'm running for Senate to be a voice for the people, representing the Green Party. The Green Party is an established party that's only people run. We do not take corporate sponsors. That's very important because our government has shown to be highly influenced by big money. And the Green Party is not about that. And I was overwhelmed with looking at my email from the support and the genuine support I got from people from all over the world and here in America. And I really want to convince North Carolinians that I'm a genuine person and a good choice to represent the people in our government. And and my experience at Senate this last week was just, it showed the wall between the people and the government. And I want to break through that wall for people.
Thanks for watching Democracy Now!
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, and guess who's going to be on the 25th?
Oh, that's right. On Green Live Stream. Brian McGinnis. Well, folks, he was supposed to be on our show the night that happened. So, yeah, he actually canceled it before saying he was going to D.C. And then
he's like,
exploded.
He's so sweet. He's like, can we pre-record or can I reschedule? I'm like, well, we really like it live because we love our audience, and they always ask good questions and they help us through the show. And so I'm like, let's just reschedule. And then that happened. I'm like, whoa. Would have been much safer to be here, but much more effective to go there, apparently.
Oh my God.
The injury. Yeah.
And you know what? I wanted to bring up Brian's comment about.
Oh, here it is. I think I got it on TYT.
TYT.
There you go.
Oh, well, the comment here. Oh, so Brian said it's pretty lonely out there in propaganda land. When I say Green Party, they erase those words on TYT. So, and other so-called left sites that are just dumb sites. Well, Brian, I was shocked when I saw this. Now, I haven't watched the whole thing because, I'm not a fan of TYT, but the banner there, Green Party Senate candidate Brian, it was there when she was asking him a question. Now, again, I didn't watch it for the whole thing, but even for that period of time, I was like, holy shit, they're showing the words Green Party on TYT. I mean, that's different. That's different in democracy now,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that, it's really.
Yeah, I still am quibbling with their title. Not so much the ex-Marine, but who broke his arm? No, his arm was broken for him.
Yeah.
We all watched.
Yeah.
He didn't break it. They broke it for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Exactly.
Sorry if I'm going
I love there's a guy, we've never showed it. There's a guy who goes through mostly New York Times and just X's out what the word they put the actual word that it should be. Oh, to compare how they do the press when it comes to, Israel. Oh, it's hilarious.
That's freaking amazing.
Oh God. The things they say, people are killed, found dead. No, killed, killed. Oh God.
Yeah. Just the manufacturing of consent, like, it's let's whitewash it a little bit,
Yep.
Wow, we got a good sized audience.
Well,
so
I think
subscribe and share.
Yeah, please subscribe, folks. I think we're up to 659 is I think what I saw last. But please subscribe and share and do all the fun things that you can do on the
hit the bell
internet.
On the internets.
On the internets. I always think of The Simpsons. That.
I can't believe that show's been on. It's still on.
Yeah,
it's been on almost my entire life, and definitely been on as long as my son's been alive. So the Butch Ware thing on Iran is really good.
Okay.
So we're gonna try to get serious now. I mean, we fooled around for 20 minutes.
I don't know. I mean, I'm putting up the stuff, and sometimes it doesn't go well. So we'll see.
Well, we do the best we can. That's what I love about Green Party. You come here, you do a thing, and as long as nobody objects, it gets done. Okay, it's ready.
It's ready? Okay.
Yep.
The people of Iran, like every people, have a right to self-determination, but self-determination has never been delivered on the back of an F-35. The United States could care less about the Iranian people. This is just more imperialist warmongering by the most dangerous instrument of surveillance and death dealing ever to exist in history, which is the U.S. government.
Mm-hmm.
And it's even more sad because the Zionist entity, Israel, has been aiming for and provoking this exact conflict literally for decades. We've been hearing for 30 plus years that Iran is on the verge of acquiring nuclear weapons. And it's like the American people have some kind of collective amnesia, they must think, because we remember the weapons of mass destruction argument that took us into a genocidal war in Iraq. The good news, I think, is that Americans are fed up with this. The mask is off. We see the puppeteers from Netanyahu and from Israel, and Americans want, accountability and responsibility from their government, not endless war that profits nobody except for a few billionaires.
Yeah.
Yep.
Way to go.
Go get him, Butch.
Yeah, I supposedly, and I'm gonna of course mispronounce his name, Khomeini, supposedly he didn't want nuclear because of morality reasons, like a religious, and I supposedly his son is like, he's not quite on board with that morality religious, That's just what
Well,
I've heard.
I mean, it does go against their religion.
Yeah,
Because I guess because its only use is harm. And there's some things that you have for protection that as long as they're sitting there, nothing's gonna happen. They're just created, for protection. You only use them when you have to. But nukes are not like that.
And it's gross the way, our whole country is based on some kind of religion too. Somehow we don't have the same set of morality that they do with our Christian nation. Oh,
no,
hardly.
They keep trying to sell us that. I'm just not buying. Sorry. keep pushing. Nobody's buying. Not enough people anyway. So did you want? I did have an article, but I don't know if you want to play the Anthony Aguilar.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, because I had something talking about how they've been planning this for 40 years. So if you want to play the Anthony.
Okay.
Anthony Aguilar running for District 13, North Carolina. North Carolina's getting it, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm ready.
Yep, it's there.
Okay.
In Washington, D.C. again to talk to members of Congress and the Senate and the House of Representatives. It's Wednesday, the 11th of March. It's about 1:45 East Coast time. I don't live here in D.C. I don't have an apartment. I don't rent a condo. I come up here on my own time, on my own dime, to talk with members of Congress about issues that are critically important to America. Right now, the United States is massing forces on the Iran-Iraq border. The A-10 aircraft, known as the Warthog, is flying over the border. The purpose of this aircraft has one mission: to support ground troops. Based on what is happening, what we're seeing coming out from news in the region, it is likely that there is an imminent ground attack from the United States into Iran. What this will achieve, we don't yet know. Likely to secure or seize some type of nuclear material. Where it's located, to what magnitude, how we would get it, is unknown. This operation, if conducted, will lead to failure to meet the objective, but will also lead to the death of many ground forces, many of which will be special operations, Rangers, 82nd Airborne, and other enabling assets. This is a pretense for the United States, for the President of the United States, to use a tactical, low-yield nuclear weapon in Iran. This is his pretense, his excuse to have exhausted all options to then use a nuclear weapon. Nuclear assets are already in the air and in the region, and the president has already signaled to the use of this weapon. This is something that we cannot stand for. This will change the nature of the world. This nuclear weapon, if used in Iran, will not be the doomsday scenario that many of us think in our head that we see in movies, but it will change the nature of how other superpowers approach the use of nuclear weapons, of which many in the region have, to include China and Russia. This is irresponsible. This administration has demonstrated that they are irresponsible. We must remove this regime. Also, we've seen today that the United States has confirmed that the Tomahawk strike on the school in Iran was the responsibility of the United States. The CENTCOM commander, Bradley Cooper, should be removed and court-martialed. The chairman of the Joint Chiefs, General Dan Kane, should be removed and court-martialed. These are the men responsible for this action, and they must be held accountable. Thank you. I'm up in Washington, D.C. again.
Yeah. I know.
That's terrifying.
It is, and I've seen a number
of
of
in front of your screen.
Oh, isn't that interesting? Sorry, I was grabbing paper and pen to write crap down. Yeah. And now I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I think Tucker Carlson also mentioned it. Yeah, it was the F-35 or something. And it's scary. I guess it has the capability of dropping a nuclear. And yeah, the scary thing is, of all the times when we are probably at I haven't heard about the doomsday clock, but this has got to be the worst of the worst of the worst, because of all people, Donald Trump is you couldn't think of a worse person to be in charge of that situation. There just isn't any. Well,
and apparently not enough, the Democratic Party wasn't too worried about it.
No, none of them are.
Or else it would have stopped the genocide in Gaza.
Right. Oh, God.
We told them what we wanted in order to vote for them, and they said, nah, I'm good.
Right.
Because, you know why? Because we can run against Trump for the next time. That's what they do.
Oh,
Because
right.
if you notice, when Democrats talk, all they do is hit back at Trump. It's this political theater
Right.
that never serves anyone, and I can't even imagine, like, what are we doing with? We shouldn't even think about dropping a nuke anywhere. I mean, that's just horrifying.
But there's no doubt. I mean, there's, the Democrats would also be doing that. They're going to, play, the game of what if kind of stuff. I shouldn't be doing
Well,
that. But there's no doubt that Kamala Harris was just as, Zionist infiltrated as Donald Trump is.
Mhm.
Completely. I mean, there's the video of Hillary Clinton saying absolutely she would bomb Iran if she was the president. So it has nothing to do with political party. They want to do it that way. The other thing that I had heard, and I didn't know the definition of double tap, but supposedly they double tapped at school too.
Yeah.
That's how sick we are, people. That's how
Yeah,
sick
they bomb something, and then when you're trying to get the survivors, they hit it again.
They hit it again. That's
Yeah,
how sick.
So bullshit that it was unintentional. But I want to show everybody my shirt.
Oh yeah, nice. All right.
You can go get one at ilgp.org.
If you want to put up the little QR. I get the next segment.
Oh, all right. We can do that.
Which is
teamwork.
Million.
There you go. So that's to donate, but if you go, it'll take you to the website. If you want a t-shirt, you can get one. It's on the merchandise or something. I forget what it's called.
Store or something like that. I can't remember.
Okay. Yeah, so I know I got a weird sense of humor. When I saw Begins with a Feeling, I started thinking of that Blue Suede song.
Oh, you know what? I checked. We can't play it though.
Oh, I know we can't.
Oh,
I just thought we'd talk about it.
Oh, okay.
No, right. This is super old school though. I'm hooked on a feeling, and I thought somebody should totally do a parody. Trump in love with a nuke.
I thought there was a parody out there. That's why I thought you brought it up. Okay.
Oh no, I'm just telling our audience, go make a parody. How cool would that be?
Yep.
Oh man, I mean, like what's that movie where the guy's riding the nuke at the end?
Oh yeah, How I Learned to Love the Bomb. Dr. Strangelove.
Dr. Strangelove.
That's the second part of the title. Yeah. Weird movie. I watched it.
So this article is ScheerPost, and who wrote it? Oh, the staff of ScheerPost. So it's all of them there. This is from March 11th. 88 million people, one impulse. America's war on Iran begins with a feeling. Wow. America has started bombing Iran again. And the most revealing part is how little ceremony it took. No debate, no vote, no national soul searching. Right. Just a president who felt strongly and unleashed a war on a country of 88 million people. That's where we are now. A superpower that treats war like an impulse purchase. The screens got smaller, the bombs got smarter, and the public got numb enough to watch real-time atrocities between app notifications. We slap adolescent names like Epic Fury on military operations as if the Pentagon were run by a focus group of teenage gamers. No offense to teenagers, by the way. Or gamers. And then act surprised when the policies behind them are just as juvenile. And beneath all the theatrics lies the part no one wants to say out loud. This didn't come out of nowhere. We had a working agreement with Iran, verified, inspected, functioning, and we tore it up. Then we blamed Iran for the chaos that followed. That's the cycle. Provoke, forget, bomb, repeat. A country that can't remember the last week is now stumbling into another war it insists isn't a war, led by officials who treat foreign policy like cable news theater. The result is predictable. The damage is real. And the bill, as always, goes to the people who never had any say in it.
And Epstein was pissed about that negotiation when we were negotiating with them. That's in the Epstein files. And also he said something about, we could get Trump to do it. I can't remember the exact quote. But he's been around and involved, and all of them have been involved. I mean, Ghislaine asked to be in the 9/11 commission. They've been part of the whole thing. because that's how it works. It's that influence. It's that Zionist influence,
Mm-hmm.
cabal that has been going on for decades and decades and decades.
Yeah. Well, we're going to play a little bit of Jeffrey Sachs next, and
Okay.
he's been saying that. He's like, we're doing Israel's dirty work. They gave us a list, and Iran was the last one on the list. We've done Lebanon, Syria, Iraq.
Afghanistan.
I can't remember what the other ones were, but
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, that's what we do. We just go along to get along, I guess. I mean, our government, not the people.
No, it's not getting along. It's that they're all, blackmailed and controlled and,
Well, I mean, within the Epstein class, they just like, okay, we'll just do that. We'll just have Trump do it. It's fine. 88 million people. Well, we did 2 million, so why not do 88? Anyway. So this is Jeffrey Epstein. No, Jeffrey Sachs. Wow. See?
I did that before too.
Did you?
Yeah, I did it. Yeah. I don't, maybe not on the show, but I know I did it with you, talking with you. I called him Jeffrey Epstein. Oops.
Oh man.
Yeah.
My great apologies, Mr. Jeffrey Sachs, because you're nothing like him. I take it back 100%. And this is Danny Haifong. I was doing that because I was trying to think of the other gentleman's name.
Okay.
So Sachs, Donald Trump has in the U.S. In Israel, of course, they had their objectives as the elimination of the Iranian government. It seems like those objectives have failed. How do you see the course of this war, given that now there's immediately global implications to all of this? And it seems like despite privately advisors telling Donald Trump to seek an off-ramp, that seems more and more difficult, especially with these objectives not being anywhere close to being met.
Whoa.
Oh, shoot.
What's
Sorry.
that? I just built a
Already?
budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys, Nina just built an app.
I think that there are two critical time dimensions involved. One, which the military analysts rightly point to, is the question of whether the anti-missile defenses will run out before Iran's missiles run out. And that is likely. So as the days go on, the capacity of Iran to inflict grievous damage to Israel and to the Gulf region will grow, most likely, from all that the analysts say. The second time horizon is the global economic crisis. Trump got spooked yesterday when oil prices soared to $120. So he made up something immediately to say, oh, the war is almost over. And that caused the prices to drop. It amazes me still how people listen to the words of that man.
Right.
But clearly he was spooked, and he should have been spooked. We're on the way to a global economic catastrophe. Give it another few weeks. The production of gas and oil will be shut down. The facilities for transporting that gas and oil will be destroyed. The port facilities will be destroyed, and the Straits of Hormuz will still be closed. That is the underlying logic of the path that we're on right now. That will lead to a massive global economic crisis. So this is all about timing. If Trump were a sane man, what he said yesterday that, well, the war is almost over would be his excuse for just stopping, which is the right policy for the United States and Israel, by the way. But he's not a mentally stable person. And the U.S. system is so broken that it's like Rome being in the hands of Nero or Caligula. You know, we're in the hands of instability. We're not an institutionalized constitutional system. We're actually in the hands of a kind of madness right now.
Yep. Without a doubt.
I know.
Yeah, we was talking about the global crisis. One thing they talked about how fertilizer will not get around, and it's planting season, so they would say there's going to be a food crisis in a few months. So yeah, it
won't just be in some foreign country.
No, everywhere. Also, it's hard. It's really hard to. I spend a lot of time on Twitter, and it's hard to know what's real and what's fake. Folks love to put out fake stuff, but I did read a piece that said that Iran said no to talks. They said,
I don't blame them.
no,
I mean,
not happening.
the last 2 times they got bombed was in the middle of talks. They were negotiating.
Yep.
Thinking they were going to smooth it over. We can't, our government can't be trusted to do what they say they're going to do. I mean, and just think about it like this: if you were in a business deal of any kind, and you're in negotiations, and somebody steals your bank account or something, would you go back and try that again? Like, you wouldn't. Untrustworthy. But this next article. Oh, so this is also ScheerPost. Let's see who. I think it's Jonathan Cook. Jonathan Cook on Substack.
Okay.
Israel planned this war on Iran for 40 years. Everything else is a smokescreen. So, lots and lots of, justifications. None of them are true. They don't. The real reason is, just like we were talking about earlier, I found the list of countries. Let me see if I can find it. I think it was at the bottom here. Pact with the devil. Washington's Western allies may be privately uncomfortable at being visibly associated with another illegal U.S. Israeli war. But in supporting more than 2 years of a genocide in Gaza, they already made their pact with the devil. There is no going back now, which is why Britain, France, Germany, Canada, and Australia all dutifully lined up behind the Trump administration as the mayhem began. The first reaction of Mark Carney, Canada's prime minister, was to eat the words he delivered at Davos in January, that it is time for middle powers like his to stop living within a lie of U.S.-led benevolence and instead establish their own strategic autonomy to advance a more honest foreign policy. Carney issued a statement at the weekend throwing Canada's full weight behind the U.S. and Israel's egregiously illegal war of aggression on Iran, what international law defines as supreme international crime, only to have to walk it back when faced with domestic backlash. And then there's Starmer, handed the keys to UK air bases for defensive purposes.
Defensive, yeah. There's a good Richard Medhurst has a really good video about that. He's British, and he's got a really good one of that,
he's pretty sharp
about that. The absurdity of them calling it defensive. I mean, what on earth tell us what's defensive, about bombing school children and doing double taps.
And they've never attacked us.
No.
They've never attacked us. Anyway, the timeline of the Pentagon's 2001 regime overthrow plan, seen by General Wesley Clark, if you all remember him, was 7 countries in 5 years. As events have proved a quarter of a century on, that scenario was wildly unrealistic.
Until 9/11, and I wonder how that happened.
Yeah. There's no reason to assume that the U.S. or Israel has any clearer insight than it did in 2001 into how this will play out. The only certainty is that it will not go according to plan. Israel has wiped tiny Gaza off the map, but Hamas is still standing and in charge of the ruins, doubtless filled with an anger and desire for revenge burning even more intensely. Iran is a far, far bigger proposition than Gaza or any of the other previous targets of Israeli U.S. attacks. The embers of resistance in Gaza, Iraq, Lebanon, Syria, Yemen, and potentially in new sites like Bahrain have not been snuffed out. And now with the attack in Iran are being fanned into a fire with every new crime, every new outrage, every new atrocity. Thank you, Jonathan Cook. That was good. The whole article is good, but that was my favorite part. Can you have a favorite part when it's about that?
Yeah, right. Yeah, they're saying I haven't followed Bahrain for the past day or so, but they said it's real close to revolution there. That they are really out in the streets.
Oh,
is that a weather alert?
Yep.
My sister, she texted me. Have you seen the weather? It's like, uh-oh. So,
tornado warning.
Okay. Oh boy. All right. Well, we'll see how the show goes. If all of a sudden you see Edie tip it over, we have to stop the show.
Yeah.
Let's see. And let me get up Nick Cruz, who'd had his hotspots are really, really good.
Oh yeah, I like them.
Yeah, so he does a hotspot like every day, I think.
Yeah,
so
well, I was just going to say that that we
go ahead.
overthrew their government in Iran's government in 1953.
Right.
And then we installed the Shah, which was the beginning of all this turmoil. So it's, you just look around. It's usually our fault. If you just go dig back a little bit, I'm like, oh.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I got it up.
All right.
Go. I don't know if you can close the chat.
American people believe that Donald Trump started a war with Iran in order to distract from the Epstein files. What a devastating blow to the United States propaganda effort. The Epstein files have completely delegitimized the United States empire, and for good reason. Jeffrey Epstein was protected by United States institutions for decades. Jeffrey Epstein was also a big supporter of war against Iran, as leaked emails show his correspondence with former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak, where he complained about the Iran nuclear deal under Barack Obama. That's why referring to Donald Trump's war against Iran as the Epstein War has been an absolute banger by Iran and United States enemies. That's why the Washington Post and the Zionist-controlled corporate media is in full-blown panic mode over the American people, referring to this as the Epstein War. They even claim that anyone who causes Operation Epstein Fury is engaging in anti-Semitism. The anti-Semitism host gets more ridiculous every single day. And in order to prove everyone wrong who is calling this Operation Epstein Fury, the first thing the Trump administration does when he starts this war with Iran is bomb a school, murdering over 160 school children in the largest mass slaughter of children in recorded modern history. So the message that Donald Trump is sending to the world is not only does he rape children, he also bombs them.
Yep.
Wow. So Joe's here. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe. How you doing? Joe
Western
Harrington.
Western media is not showing reality. That's for sure.
God. When you were talking earlier, I just thought about how, that's the reason why, there's just nothing, no talk, no discussion, no arguments like they used to have in the press, because they are completely controlled. I mean, it's really gross to watch. MS Now is what it's called.
From that ScheerPost article, the ScheerPost staff wrote, like, they all agree, like, yeah.
It's so gross to sit there and pretend to have some discussion when the baseline is invading Iran. That's the baseline unto which they have these technical discussions about
when, how much, how often.
And they all have to start their sentences with Maduro is a dictator. Khomeini, it's a brutal regime. Blah, blah, blah. But we need to discuss they always got to throw that in there. I see that every effing from the left too.
I was
going
to say, maybe they need body cams. They need to turn the body cams on. They need more training.
There you go. That would do it.
So what's up, Alexandria?
Hey, Alexandria Keating-Sofiakis is running for District 10, U.S. House District 10 in Lake County area. So, hey, Alexandria.
And Joe Harrington is running for U.S. Senate on our state slate. So if you would like to help us, please sign up to petition if you're anywhere near Illinois. We got to get this thing in the can. So.
Yeah, please help us out. You can email me, scott.free, scott.free@ilgp.org. And just reach out and we'll get you a petition, get you started. It's kind of fun. Fun. Yeah,
and we train you.
Wacky politics with people. You're not supposed to spend too much time on that, but it's fun too. It actually is. So you were
Alexandria
Dolphin Rescue Project. Yeah, it's supposed to be a mess over there. I mean, we're going to cover this. Richard Medhurst goes into real details about the military bases that have been decimated. So we're going to try to cover that. Oh God, we got so much to cover.
It's just like 2 more down. So if you want to do the Pete Hegseth.
Oh God, this is creepy. So, you know, when
Thank God it's only 30 seconds.
yeah, it's creepy as F. When
I believe in miracles.
yeah.
Way from music is my coping mechanism, y'all. Because they're so ridiculous and they're so, I mean.
So we, you know, heard that Donald Trump hired Pete Hegseth to be the war court, whatever it's called now, since it's the Department of War. And it was so weird. Everyone was like, I mean, he kind of had a reputation of being a drunk or being finding himself into situations where he's drunk. But they just thought, oh, this is so weird. It's like a Fox News person. What's going on? They told him, in fact, Trump had somebody else planned for it. And they said, you're going to have Pete Hegseth. And
so for everybody thinks
why
that it's all Trump's fault. Not really.
Well, but it just shows. Well, this is why he was picked, folks. You don't let me know when it's ready.
Okay.
2018, I think. Ready?
Yeah, it's up. Ready to go.
And it got me thinking about another miracle that I hope all of you don't see too far away. Because 1917 was a miracle. 1948 was a miracle. 1967 was a miracle. 2017, the declaration of Jerusalem as the capital was a miracle. And there's no reason why the miracle of the reestablishment of the temple on the Temple Mount is not possible.
Okay, folks. That came out of Pete Hegseth's mouth. So now we know why he was put in charge. Completely violent Zionist.
Yep.
Sick. Yep. So that's what it's always about, folks. It is always about Israel. Always.
And I just wanted to apologize if I scared people. My phone did that and I didn't realize it. It's just
it was
right
loud.
There. It was very
real
loud.
We're
like,
we thought it was the tornado. I mean.
Yeah, Joe said we missed his other comment. I thought we put this up. The Western media is not showing. Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
that.
not even. God,
yeah.
it's
but anyway,
so
I don't
gross.
see another. But,
it's hard for me to watch. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to move on to the next one.
Yep.
So you were talking about Khomeini. Why they say death to America? They don't mean the American people. So that's an X post. That's the next one. Yeah, Pete Hegseth. What is he? Warmonger in chief now?
Well, Zionist in chief is what he is.
Well, same difference, right?
So I'm gonna keep the sound off and I'll just read it. Did I share it? Is it ready to go?
No, it's not shared.
Crap. All right. Here we go. Okay.
Okay, it's ready to go.
Okay. And they're all chanting death to America, death to America. And the U.S., this is Khomeini, the U.S. authorities complain and ask, why do Iranians say, let me make something clear for U.S. leaders. Let me make death to America means death to Trump, John Bolton, Mike Pompeo. This is the previous administration. It means death to American rulers. We have no problems with the American people. Death to America is about the rulers of America. It is about the group of people who are currently in charge. There will be others when the next term of office begins. Yeah, he was right about that. As long as America continues its wickedness. Yeah. The Iranian nation will not abandon death to America. Yeah, right. As long as they keep doing it, right. It's really interesting to put Iran in a different context. Could we just throw up the stamp? Is it okay?
Yeah. I was just thinking about that one here. I got it.
Yeah, so this was Iran did a stamp in 1984 for Malcolm X. I mean, They were way cooler before we were. Right? We had the X hats. I think that was around 84. And it's so interesting. Again.
Oh, yeah, it says 84 on there.
Oh, it does. Okay. It was so interesting how, on their stamp, they have the English language. And I was like, okay, wait, is this fake? I had to go fight, nope, not fake. So they are way more tuned into America than, we think they are. They absolutely know everything that's going on over here. And they're cool enough. And yes, Malcolm X was Muslim. They're cool enough to understand that, the America's evils also has to do with the evil of racism. And they fully get that there. And so Universal Day of Struggle Against Race Discrimination. So I don't know. I mean, Yemen's always going to be my favorite country, but Iran's kind of up there.
It's gaining.
So, yeah.
Well, I like that they're peaceful and that they only respond. That too. So, and I worked with somebody from Iran one time, and she was great. Yeah. She wanted to move here to see what America was about. That was a long time ago. She was a very nice lady, very hard worker. And she, if I remember right, she told me, she's like, we got no problems with the American people. It's the government. I'm like, yeah, I know. Me too. Like, I'm not particularly a fan. That's why I'm running for office. I like different people to be running things. Just saying.
Yeah.
So Sip Sauce says, and Joe was saying that too, that maybe not all the comments are being posted. I'm not blocking anything, so I don't know what's happening.
Oh gosh. Yeah, that might be, I don't know.
Who knows?
Weird. It's weird. Okay, let me get this set up. This is Richard Medhurst, folks. I can't recommend him enough. He is just the absolute best. He doesn't, in fact, he wasn't really posting. He said he was going to go every day. He didn't, because he really had to do this analysis. And I don't know if it's in our clip, but he just says, I feel like I'm doing all of the work that the press should be doing, and none of them are doing it because they don't anymore, right? That's the thing. They don't do any of this. They don't want people to know because they're completely compromised. So this is him doing analysis of us, of Iran, us. I'm on the side of Iran, of us bombing the military bases in these countries. All right, so let me.
Oh, Scott, you're going to get us in so much trouble.
Oh my God. Okay. My viewpoints do not express the content of the Illinois Green Party.
Disclaimer.
Okay, here we go.
That's okay.
Richard Medhurst. Here we go. He's the best. Let me know when it's ready.
It's ready.
Oh shit. The audio is not ready. Here we go.
C-52B SATCOM terminals that were taken out. Okay, so just take a look at that. Right, you see, you can already tell it's an American base because there's a baseball field on there. But anyway, you see the two radomes over there. Okay, so that's what they used to look like, and that's what they look like now. Right, that's what they look like now. So you can see they're just those black. Yeah, those black giant craters, okay, they're completely gone. And also the warehouse here on the left is completely decimated. But yeah, believe me, it was not easy getting all these photos, like searching through the base the whole time. And it's just one. This is not even the most important part. It's not even the most important part. The real blow to the THAAD system and the Patriot system is in Qatar, first of all, okay? This here, the ANFPS 132, we'll just say 132 for short, costs $1 billion. This thing costs $1 billion. It is so massive, it's going to take 8 years to rebuild this. And people say it's in Al Udeid Air Base. It's actually just north of it, okay? So here, look at the map, okay? That's where the airbase is, and this is where the site is of this radar that costs $1 billion, okay? It's got a giant, massive hole in it. It costs $1 billion, and it's going to take another 8 years to build. It's 40 feet tall. It's very, 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 very big. It's absolutely massive, and there's only 6 of these on the planet. This was the only one in the Middle East. It's the only one. And it had the largest range, right, out of all of the radar systems that the United States has. And you have to think how embarrassing this is, that you have a $50,000 drone, right, like a Shahed 136. Well, let's say a swarm. Like let's imagine you send 100 of them, right, like till you actually you actually hit this. Even if you send 100 or 200, it's still way more cost effective. Like you compare, you know, $50,000 times 100 to this thing that costs $1 billion and takes 8 years to build. By the way, you're still screwed even if you had the money and a time machine. Why? Because you still need the raw materials, these rare earth minerals from China. China has the overwhelming majority of them. So, you know, Iran could phone up the Chinese and say, put the squeeze on them. You're never building this again.
Let me cover one little more section.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh, God.
And the reason he has to do all the work is because our mainstream news media is owned by about 6 people, and they just report the talking points.
Yep. They will not cover this
Here's
stuff.
your script. I mean, we proved that before. Remember, it was like the old school 70s Breck commercial, and then they're all saying the same thing, and they tell 2 people, and they tell 2 people. Wow.
And the cool thing is now, and also, folks, Richard Medhurst was arrested in England, and he was I think they've dropped the charges. I might have even been terrorism charges. I can't remember the details. But yeah, and you know, it is Richard Medhurst and like Grey Zone. These folks do actual journalism. I mean, actual journalism, and we are so lucky to have them because. I mean,
when people want to know, that's what I tell people. I said, if you want to know the real story, go to the Grey Zone.
Yep.
If you want the hard facts about foreign policy, they do an excellent job. And you know, I forget about him because he's across the pond. So, but yeah.
Well, he actually was really, really shut down for quite a while. They really did. They took all of his equipment, and he had a hard time.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so let me
go
do
ahead.
one more little segment.
On fire, the whole bloody place. Just look at that. That is astonishing. That's the whole base. Look at it. They probably hit the fuel depots, the aviation fuel depots there. In addition, of course, to the tower that you can see right here, which I placed this marker, right? You can see here they hit the satellite. Let me unblur that and zoom right in. Do you see the snow globe again, the radome?
That's
a
the
radome over
video.
there. There's a satellite dish here. Again, I think I saw New York Times publish it, but they didn't show you where it is or what's going on. You wouldn't know reading their stuff how badly this base has been hit. I think now, when I show you this, you get the idea. I mean, that is humiliating. So all in all, this is billions of dollars. Like the United States have never lost this much infrastructure and that much money in such a short amount of time. So do you understand what is going on? This is why I spent days on this. I was like, oh my God, when they see this, like you're going to freak out. Has anyone shown you this in the mainstream media or even in independent media? Like actually put it into perspective. It's mind-boggling. This is decolonization in real time. Literally, they're wiping the goddamn region clean of this American cancer. You can't rebuild this stuff. This takes years. Each one of these radars I showed you in the UAE, in Saudi, and Qatar, and in Jordan. The 132 that's in Qatar and that costs $1 billion, and then all of the smaller ones that are part of the THAAD systems as well in the other 4 countries, dude. So that's $1 billion, and the other ones are like 300, 500 million each, and they take years to rebuild. Years.
Yep.
Yep.
Decolonization in real time. That's why I included
and we
that
pissed
one.
off everybody that would sell us stuff to do it again. And why would they? You know, we're out there threatening everybody and their brother. You know what I mean?
And they found out that one of the oil, I think it was Saudi Arabia, the oil field, they figured out that it was bombed by Israel and not Iran.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
I have not been watching the news, so I'm very thankful for you, Scott. Because all I've been doing is like, hi, we're running for office. Would you sign my petition?
Yeah.
I've been doing that solid, like I'm probably doing it in my sleep.
And you know, the interesting thing is, so they used to get away with the false flags pretty easy, right? They did the USS Liberty the Israel attacked the Navy boat in 68, 65, something like that. I can't remember. 9/11. But it's getting harder and harder for them to do it because it sounds like they were going to do a drone attack in California because something leaked. Oh, you hadn't heard about this one? Yeah, they leaked. Whenever they say something leaked from the, intelligence agencies, it's just a press release that they're doing some kind of promotion. And they got really, we're going to let the public in on a secret. Yeah, right.
So we're going to give it to this person and they're going to leak it.
Yeah, come on. I mean, but anyway, it was going to be a drone attack from Iran to California. And even Gavin Newsom made a statement about it. And then the 4 big ass drones were stolen from an airbase in some states in the south.
No, I did hear about that.
And the thing is now all that information, so everybody knows this. So everybody's waiting for a false flag. Well, if you're waiting for a false flag, it's really hard to pull off.
It kind of failed.
Doesn't work that way. But now they're also saying that they're hearing, I think an Iranian official said something that they got some intelligence. Now that's different when it comes to it from there, that they're planning like a 9/11 type false flag.
Wow. And why do they do that? To get the American people to rally behind what they were going to do anyway. It's a way for us to have, they will gladly sacrifice our lives so they get to have their way. That's how that works. I mean, that's what 9/11 was for, Yep. That's how they wrote the Patriot Act. We've been suffering from that thing ever since. It needs to be repealed. Joe, if you're listening, please get in there and repeal that thing when you win.
Oh, good.
Alexandria too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Anthony and Brian would definitely be about that too. We need a group of Greens in there fighting, man.
Yeah,
the fighting Greens.
We do.
Yep. Wow. Anywho, I probably had something else, but that's okay. We'll keep moving on.
Yeah.
So
I have then. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I get this, and this is by Eleanor Goldfield.
Okay.
News that didn't make the news, and sometimes it's kind of cute, and whatever. But this week, man, she nailed it.
Okay.
So the first one, I just wrote it here. So it's a look at unreported, underreported, and misreported stories. A Project Censored collaboration. It's also in the show notes. U.S. Israeli strikes in Iran have displaced some 3.2 million people, according to the UN. But the UN Security Council took the time to condemn Iranian strikes on Gulf states housing U.S. military operations as violating international law. Not true. That is not true.
Right. The right to defend yourself. Yeah.
Yes, you do. That's when you say you have the right to defend yourself. If your enemy is surrounding you with military bases, you're allowed to fight back on those. And they shouldn't be there in the first place. But anyway, the measure failed to mention the ongoing U.S. Israeli strikes on Iran that have killed more than 1,300 civilians, nor did it mention the fact that the U.S. Israeli strikes have caused black acid rain and toxic air quality, making it difficult to breathe, particularly for children, infants, the elderly, and the immunocompromised. In Lebanon, Israel has murdered at least 634 people as of March 12th. That was just a few days ago, including 91 children. Israel is also again accused of using white phosphorus in heavily populated areas where it burns through to the bone, by the way. Under international law, which Israel and the U.S. have never applied to themselves, white phosphorus is illegal in civilian areas due to the potential for serious and long-term harm. When it comes into contact with eyes, airways, and skin, it can cause severe burns and injuries.
Yeah.
Horrible. So it's not just a boom boom on TV, y'all.
Yeah.
It's the boom boom.
So Iran made a Lego movie, and they broadcast across the country, and it's got subtitles in English. They said to make sure that Trump sees this. And honestly, it something about those Legos, they can make you cry. I actually cried in this too. I mean, it's just, yeah. But
that's where you got the idea for our graphic, right?
It is. I took it from
it. Is that?
It is the Lego movie. I mean, I'm sure AI, not Lego specifically, but and the cool thing about it is when you see the certain structures being bobbed, like you'll see the dome that Richard Medhurst had. So it's like really accurate. Oops, that's not the one I was supposed to put up. I'm supposed to put up video. Here we go. Oh God.
Roll the video, Scott.
Yeah, exactly. Roll the tape. Okay.
Do they even do tape anymore?
Yeah. No, they don't.
I don't know.
But it's a good phrase.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Make it big and then, yeah, then you got it.
Okay.
See.
Epstein file. Netanyahu. There it is, right there.
Wow.
Yeah, and again.
Well, and the thing about it is, our troops shouldn't even be there.
Right. It just got me thinking. Go ahead.
Yeah, we send them all over the world. We have 800 bases all over the world to threaten countries, and then they economically make it to where the only way you think you can get by as a young person is to join the military, because you can't get health care, you can't get an education, you can't get a job. How are you supposed to get a house and start a family? All that. Well, if you just come in here and do what we say, you can have all that. So it's a trap on both ends.
Yep.
And our young people should not be there in the first place.
And it got me thinking. Last show we had the phone number for the conscientious objector that folks in the military can call, because I mean we're laughing and laughing, but no deaths are funny, and we want to have zero. So there is one. Folks, if you have friends or family in the military, there is a phone number. It's conscientious objector. I can't remember the name of the organization, but there is a phone number that they can call to get assistance, because
we posted last week. It's in last week's show, but Amanda says it's fun to ask AI about true conspiracy theories.
It is kind of wacky. You know what?
Okay. I'll go find it.
Really funny. It is hilarious. And I had this idea that I'm not going to use AI. I'm not going to use it. Well, at least what it's kind of like when you buy a leather jacket from a thrift store. It's like, okay, I didn't pay for the animal being killed. I just paid for somebody who was going to throw it out and then gave it to somewhere. So it's not direct, but I certainly I look and see when people ask Grok, is this AI or something? And of course, it is true that you're only going to believe it when it goes against empire, right? When he like has to admit when the AI has to admit the yes or no, this is blah, 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 blah. But you're right. I mean, it is because all AI, it's not like AI. I mean, people think it's a brain. No, it's just the collection of what's out there all coming together. Right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's service members opt-out option.
Okay.
Oh, man, I missed this woman. I would love to play this. You mind if I add it?
Yeah, just show me where
I'll put it in the private chat. I'm looking at last week's.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And we missed one. I'm pretty sure we missed this one. If we didn't, my apologies, but I don't think we played it.
No, we miss all kinds of stuff. That's just
the Iranian woman speaking to the American people.
No, I don't know. We didn't play this.
Yeah. But Max Blumenthal, service members have an opt-out option.
Okay.
So I'll put this in the chat so people can share it to their family. I need to share it with my family.
Yeah. And let me know because I think I got it ready.
Okay. I was off looking for things. Okay.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Woman talking to you from Iran. I don't know if they let you hear my message or not, but after the riots in Iran, Trump said he wants to save us, the Iranians. But we Iranian people do not need his saving, and you Americans do not need his lies anymore. His policies are harming both of us. His plan for Iran was clear from the beginning. He used sanctions as a weapon, not only against the government, but also against ordinary people like families, workers, patients, and students like me. He wanted the inflation to rise and daily life to become unbearable for us. And then when we protested against the economic pressure and not the Islamic regime, the Israel-backed agents, organized terrorists, and armed militias stepped in and turned our peaceful protests into violence and calculated acts of sabotage. And when they failed to regime change, that violence is now being used by Trump as an excuse to start a war against Iran, both to burn my country and to burn your tax dollars. Quite the opposite of his promise to put America first. But while he's blaming Iran and talking about freedom abroad, look at what he's doing to you, his own nation. You're peacefully protesting against racism and injustice, and yet your police and National Guard respond with tear gas and bullets.
Right.
And now he wants to distract you by dragging you into another foreign war. We must stand together against the wrong and dangerous policies of those in power. You must not allow Trump to attack Iran, because if he does, my country will be damaged and your people will be buried. It's not a win-lose situation, only loss on both sides.
Yeah.
I know you want no more wars. I know how many American families have already paid the price of war. You have sent your loved ones to fight in countries far from home. And I tell you that the war with Iran will not be as easy as kidnapping the Venezuela's president.
Yeah.
I'm not the speaker of Iran's government, but all the Iranian officials have warned that thousands of American soldiers will die in the Persian Gulf and the U.S. military bases across the region. And this is not a threat. This is a reality of war.
Yeah.
And we, the Iranian people, do not want this to happen to you. So you, the American people, must not let this crazy old man decide the fate of millions, because your lives and our lives worth more than his ambitions and his lost. Hey, American.
Yep. Oh, I'm glad you pulled that out. That was great.
Yeah, I might have to wrap this up soon.
Oh, really? Are things getting bad? Oh, crap.
Yeah. But you can keep going. I'm
You
not
know,
going
I
to
could
our
go
basement,
for a
but
while.
I'm buying a window. Hang on. Let's
Check.
how much
You know
more
what?
do we
If
got?
you need to check your weather, like go to Ryan Y'all, or something.
Ryan
could
Hall.
do this-
Okay,
yeah.
I'll put myself
I-
on mute. Let me go look.
Yeah. All right. We'll just
yeah.
keep things going here for a little bit, but yeah,
Yeah.
we may have to.
You keep going. At least end with Butch, because
Okay.
Butch had a fantastic thing.
This one was kind of fun. I just love these style of videos. Here we go. So this is some guy out in the street in America. Okay. All right, hold on. Here we go. Oh, you got it. Okay.
Of course we know Jeffrey Epstein is alive. He was our biggest asset on getting blackmail on America. We wasn't about to let bro die. I'm a Zionist. Of course all the U.S. presidents work for us. And the ones that felt like they were too good for us, we offed them. I'm a Zionist. Of course we worship Baal. Why do you think we got the U.S. to bomb Iran? They burned a statue of our God. I'm a Zionist. Of course we sacrifice children. Baal requires innocent bloodshed to give us what we want. Money and power. I'm a Zionist. Of course Epstein Island was just one of our operations. We're still doing this stuff. And no one's going to do anything about it. I'm a Zionist. Of course I'm racist. I'm a Zionist. Of course we start global pandemics to create widespread panic. That's to instill more government control. I'm a Zionist. Of course I'm bringing the mark of the beast. I'm a Zionist. Of course the 200 fallen angels are real. That's who's really in charge. I'm a Zionist. Of course we have blackmail on Donald Trump. Why do you think we can always tell his bitch ass what to do? I'm a Zionist. Of course we control the media. Our whole purpose is to get everyone to believe that 10% of the world's opinions is 90% of the world's opinions.
So that was fun. And I wanted to show you something else. You know, it just got me this next video that I'm going to show. It really got me thinking about, you know, we see interviews with military folks and they're just, you know, they're great people. And I saw a woman who was in the military and she was, I don't know how she did this. She did a TikTok video about, she started crying about how, you know, she just doesn't like this situation she's in and you know, how could she be set up in this situation? And she's scared, you know, about the future. And then I saw this video and it just kind of is an indication of IDF. And let me get it set up here.
I'll put up whenever you do it. It's getting a little loud here, so can y'all hear the weather?
Ooh. Wow.
Thunderstorm. I don't think it's near me. I'll also text my friend that watches Ryan Hall. I think it's in Benton, Illinois.
All right. If you want to put it up.
It's up.
Okay.
Sorry, not sorry.
I want to apologize for one of my latest videos that made it look like that the Israeli Defense Force are similar to Nazis. I had an Israeli colonel on my show, Colonel Moshe Ashkenazi, and you know, people thought he resembled a Nazi. Some of the things he was saying, some of the ways he was acting. And after receiving many death threats to myself, my family, and my staff, and being threatened to have the government sent after me to take away my medical license and shut down my clinic, I have reconsidered this and really want to apologize and set the record straight. So instead of having Colonel Moshe Ashkenazi back on the show, I just want to show you the Israeli Defense Force in their own words, what they say and what they believe.
I don't know what is Palestinians. I know Hamas. In Gaza, there is not civilians.
You guys kill Palestinian kids?
Yeah, just 2 this morning. Just 2. Yesterday was a good day.
Where are you from?
I'm from Israel.
Are you an IDF soldier?
Yes, I am.
Before Israel, 1948, it was Palestine.
Yeah.
No, it's called Israel. I wish IDF kill more children. And I wish the IDF will find you and kill you.
Why?
It's only Israel, no Palestine. I will do in your father.
Wait, does he kill innocent Palestinians?
I kill every Palestinian city. Every Palestinian city, I just...
I wish there was a genocide in Gaza.
You wish there was? Did you kill Palestinians?
Unfortunately not. I'm only a driver. But if I could, I would run on every fucking Palestinian baby with my truck, man. Fuck them all, man.
Are 5-year-old Palestinian terrorists? Yes or no?
Yeah, if you throw rocks at me, yeah.
If someone throws a rock at you, they're a terrorist?
100%. 100%.
If a 5-year-old Palestinian throws a rock at you, will you kill him?
Yeah.
If someone threw this rock at you, if someone threw a rock like this at you, you're going to kill him?
Of course.
A rock, a 5-year-old Palestinian throwing a rock at you on illegally occupied land. You are there illegally. Are you in the IDF?
Yes.
Do you plan on killing kids in the future, Palestinian kids?
I want to bomb Gaza. I don't care about the kids. I don't care about the civilians. I don't care about them.
So you'll bomb them? You'll bomb the civilians? And
yes, I will bomb Gaza.
Oh, wow. Wow. There are 1 million kids in Gaza. You want them to die?
I want all Gaza die.
It's really hard for, you know, for me to like absorb that Israeli soldiers are like that. It's really, I know we sometimes I think, I yell at, oh, this horrible country we're in. I mean, the people in this country are pretty damn cool, right? And I mean, that's
You mean here?
unheard of. Yeah, in
Oh,
America.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
we fuss because
I mean, we're
we're
really
the money
cool.
men. That's why.
No, but we're really cool people, right? In America. I mean, we really, we got some jerks, but I mean, we don't have, that's like the average person in that army. I mean, okay with killing children. I can't even, and they're not making that up. That's who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was really shocked. But
Humanity's not going to fail, Erie.
Yeah.
We just need to take it back from them. We need to have some accountability.
But I think
if we all get if we all get on the same page, they can't win.
Right.
This is why you got to like dig and see who's telling you what they're telling you and look at their money interests. If you look at the Green Party's money interests, we don't have any. So we're telling you the truth.
Yeah.
We get money from you all. That's the difference. So,
and I think one thing that we need to all do is work together. I think one thing that's really important is that community gets together, especially when, they know that there's a sex offender, that, they put the posters up and they make sure that everybody knows. And I love our community for doing this. There is a sex offender in the area and we need to put those posters up on the poles, the light poles. So this is happening in DC. I just love it. In the area. I just love it.
True.
People are brilliant. People are brilliant.
And I love the shirt with the really high pants.
Yeah.
That's even better.
Wow. Okay, let's see. We're gonna end the show. I think
we got through almost everything. We did pretty
well.
good.
We didn't even cover the Netanyahu. Is he dead? But the funny thing is, there have been 2 videos that they put out that are so obviously AI. So in one, he's got 6 fingers, and they even made a parody of it where he was given all the reasons why that they need to bomb Iran, and he gave reason number 1 and reason number 2 and reason number 3 and reason number 6. It's brilliant. But we're running out of time. I don't know unless you want me to play it, but I want to do this.
I can go 5 more minutes.
Okay, I want to do this one video that I saw as a guy out of Wisconsin. I just thought it was really good, and it kind of ties into what we say about what we have to do, So
I think I'm good for a while because we didn't do the boots on the ground.
No, we didn't.
So.
Well, let me just throw this up.
Okay.
It fits for anywhere. His name is Carlos Lamar Dixon. He's out of Wisconsin. I actually contacted somebody at the Green Party of Wisconsin. I was like, let's talk to this guy. But it's kind of our philosophy too. Here we go.
It's up. Ready?
It's ready? Okay. Let's see if I can get this right here.
Let's get one thing straight. We have had protests, we've had marches, hashtags, we've had viral moments, mass outrage, we've had global attention, and we haven't extracted a single dime from the ruling class. Not $1 in redistributed wealth, okay? Not one structural concession, not one forced policy shift that touches capital, not one transfer of power, not one material loss to the people who actually run this system. What we've had is performance. We've had symbolism, we've had slogans, we've had catharsis, we've had feelings, we've had aesthetics, we've had branded resistance, we've had protest as content, and content doesn't threaten power.
Yep.
Power only moves when it's forced to move. Power only changes when it loses money. Power only responds when its systems stop functioning. Power only negotiates when extraction is interrupted. But what we have built, we've built stages, we've built festivals, we've built panels, speaker lists, we've built influencer pipelines, nonprofit careers, we've built consultant ecosystems, we've built merch tables and donation funnels. We didn't build leverage. And now look at what they did to the No Kings protest. They turned it into a festival. Music stages, keynote speakers, professional panels, NGO branding, professional managerial class voices. Nonprofit executives, academic analysis, organizers with titles, grant fellowships, and foundation funding. It looks radical. It sounds radical. It feels radical. But it doesn't cost the ruling class a dime. That's a scam. If your protest can be scheduled, branded, sponsored, securitized, live streamed, and managed, it's not a threat. If your resistance has keynote speakers, it's not resistance. If your movement has a VIP section, it's not a movement. If your struggle has a stage manager, it's already absorbed. They didn't repress it. They didn't crush it. They didn't outlaw it. They absorbed it. They turned rage into ritual. They turned anger into art. They turned resistance into resume lines. They turned struggle into social capital. They turned suffering into speaking engagements. In the professional managerial class, like always, are the middle layer, not the ruling class, not the working class, the translator class, the manager class, the credential class, okay? The nonprofit class, the consultant class, the foundation funded class. The class that doesn't own shit, but manages the narratives, okay? They manage the organizations, the funding, the language, the optics, and the structure. So now we have movements that feel radical, but function safely inside the system. We have protests that express anger, but protect capital. We have activism that produces awareness, but not redistribution. We have resistance that creates visibility, but not vulnerability for power. We don't threaten supply chains. We don't disrupt logistics. We don't interrupt profit flows. We don't destabilize extraction. We don't touch assets. We don't touch property relations. We don't touch ownership structures. So nothing changes.
I know.
Wow.
Right?
Bravo.
I mean-
I was feeling bad. I still got the donation link up there. Wait. No,
Yeah.
We do want to disrupt power. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, the thing is, we are disrupting. I'll agree with him. And I've said that so many times on our show. And you are the one who pushes the general strike. An actual real general strike would absolutely push power. That would challenge power. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
My first trip to DC, my friend flew in from California, and the train in Illinois was 4 hours late. So we were up at like 4 o'clock in the morning after no sleep, really. We had like a half a night of sleep. And then the train's going to be late. So I get a text, it's going to be late. So we rode the train up there, didn't sleep. We took a 13-hour bus there, didn't sleep. We were there all day, didn't sleep. 13 hours back, 6 hours back or 4 hours back on the train, or whatever it was. So we were up for like 3 days. And, at the end of the protest, we were exhausted, and they're like, shut it down. And I just asked the girl that was leading the chant that was on our bus, I'm like, so how are we going to do that? And she got really pissed at me. And I didn't mean it bad.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so what's the plan? How are we going to shut it down? I really wanted to know. I wasn't being, anything but honest.
Yeah.
So, and how long ago was that? 3 years?
Wow. Yep. Exactly. Can I show the Candace Owens video? It is.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Another one that you're like,
I have not seen it, so this is all fun for me.
yeah. I mean,
but I do want to talk about keep going with the show through the boots on the ground though after that one.
Okay. Because this, she lives in a Christian world. And I'm kind of peripheral to it, but I grew up in the Christian church thing, and so
me too.
Yeah, so it's good to hear her perspective. Did I share it over there? Yes, okay.
It's up.
All right.
Or daughter should die for Israel. Flat out. No American son or daughter should die for Israel. Flat out. No American son or daughter should die for Israel. Goyim, stand down, go home, find the legal means to exit the military, because there are legal means that you can exit the military. You can, in fact, conscientiously object to military service. Military men, in case you didn't know, swear an oath to defend the Constitution of the United States of America. I don't really see that happening right now. I don't even see Trump doing that. From his flagrant violations of free speech to freedom of religion. Trump recently firing Carrie Prejean Bowler from the Religious Committee because Zionists didn't like her Catholic perspectives. Can anybody at all meaningfully point out for me, which specific portion of the Constitution our commander-in-chief is currently doing a good job protecting? What is it? Would you look around at? What has he done that you would be like, oh yeah, he is the person who is defending our Constitution? Better yet, show me which guaranteed constitutional right you believe that Trump will not violate for Israel. Can you point to one? Because I feel like right now we are all being forced into the servitude of a foreign nation. That seems to be the American reality right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I say, by all means, allow the Mark Levins, the Ben Shapiros to sign their offspring up instead. Allow the Christian Zionists, the ones who make videos telling you how devilish it is if you don't support Israel. They believe this is messianic, that Bibi was sent to usher in Armageddon. That's going to bring Jesus back. I urge you, all of you Christian Zionists, sign up for the military today. Please, you guys, stop tweeting. Stop screaming about Tucker Carlson. You have something much more important to do. There's a messianic mission right now. Go to Iran. Go remove the thousands of dead, innocent Palestinian children from beneath the rubble in Gaza so that Trump can build his hotel. I want you guys to be the change that you wish to see in the world. You've got this. You guys have the vision. You have the
girl.
It's biblical.
Yes.
Go for it. You can do this without us.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, and again, I have a real issue with the stupid folks on the left. Oh, I'm not going to listen to her. She said, she said racist things in the past, and she's blah, blah, blah. She, folks, everybody's on a path. She is obviously on a path.
Yeah. What a takedown.
Yeah, she comes from that world. So I bet 5 years ago, she would have been saying that shit that she was complaining about now. She is on a path, folks.
Yeah,
Amanda's
Amanda's talk about that. I feel kind of bad for liking some of her work, but then again, she's moving people. All Americans need to care more about America than Israel, obviously.
And that's what I mean is like folks like Tucker and Candace they are changing, and folks need to allow that. It's just staying separated. Again, the only thing that's going to work is the left and right unite on things. This is one of them where, and that's an important message. She is getting to a crowd that gets that thing, that whole Armageddon, that, end times crap. They get that stuff.
Yeah. And we got to stop making enemies of the people in our communities that feel that way too, because once you get past their anger and they really understand what's happening, they change.
Yeah,
they do. I've seen it personally. I think I talked about it recently, at the ceasefire protest,
right?
And the organizer brought it up again in front of me, telling other people what happened. That's how you do it. You can't make them your forever enemy, because when people know better, they do better.
Yeah.
And, we all got to walk this path together. So why not walk it side by side instead of fighting each other? Because when we fight each other, they win. We don't. Yeah. So you had an X thing. I think I put it in the chat. The House passed a draft bill.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yeah, folks, that thing is, the important part about this is this stuff is done in advance. They fully know what they're doing. Oh, okay, Amanda, raise Republican. Yep. So this is just a page, and it is.
There you go.
Yeah. The U.S. House of Representatives passed a measure to automatically register men for the Selective Service, updating requirements for the first time in decades. And this is from March 9th, 2026. I'm not sure when that did get passed, but they have that in the plans, folks. So, all this stuff is not a surprise. They're planning for these things. They're absolutely planning for it. Yep.
Yeah, that first came about, I think I was talking about it last year.
Right.
I'm like, y'all, I'm telling you, something's coming because
Right.
they're fixing up the draft to make sure they know who's eligible. And I did, if I remember correctly, I read a passage in there that, there's an option for non-citizens.
I remember the first time around when somebody came back from military service and then Trump deported him on his last presidency. Yeah, I remember that story. Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's on brand there.
Yeah.
I mean, they broke Brian's arm.
Yeah.
They don't care about him. It's just a prop, just like the Democrats prop up Roe v. Wade or whatever the latest thing is.
Yep.
Um,
Obama, I say it every time, Obama had a super majority, and they've got video of him saying he's going to codify Roe v. Wade if he gets elected president. Then after he's elected president, they have video of him saying, that's not my priority right now.
Well, that's a good segue into the next bit here. It's almost like a bit because she did it so cute. News that didn't make the news. Eleanor Goldfield again. In today's episode of The Dems Are Totally Useless. That sounds like a comedy routine. Almost a whole whopping 30 of them in Congress have called for an internal investigation into hundreds of complaints by U.S. troops that the U.S. Israeli war on Iran has been framed to them as biblical prophecy to hasten the return of Jesus Christ. This is what they're telling our troops. And while they call for an internal investigation, they continue to vote for the actually psychopathic war to continue, even as they also admit that following a closed-door meeting with the administration, there is clearly no plan for the Iran war. But hey, thanks for putting a suggestion in the comment box for an investigation. I'm sure the Iranians struggling to breathe through black acid rain appreciate all you're doing.
Right, exactly.
That was just brilliantly written.
Yeah.
I love the snark.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Democrats song is cute, which it's in our show notes if y'all want to watch it, but I know you really want to do the Sabby because I've not seen it, so I want to see it.
Okay, now it is 7:40. I don't know how long you want to go. This one's a little.
I think it's calmed down, and it's not right here. So.
Yeah. So Sabby covered there was a official that was interrupted by Trump to call him into the important room, whatever that hell that thing is called. And it is kind of worth watching because people have really theorized, okay, what just happened. So let me get this up.
Yeah. Progressive Green. Yeah. It's nice to have a new audience member.
Yeah.
4662. Thanks for being here. And I don't know why all the comments aren't going up because both Sip and Joe said that some of theirs weren't there. So I don't know what's happening. Well, we're not doing it. YouTube's doing it.
Yeah. But
Obama did do nearly nothing with his supermajority.
Right. Nothing. I mean, we could have had Medicare for all.
So I get a weird memory for little things when you think you're almost going to get it and then something happens. That was when Al Franken was there. And then it was this big sex scandal because he made a joke.
Right.
And he was like the one person they could find a way to get rid of. So it wasn't like a slam dunk supermajority.
I was.
Oh my God.
No, I was going to talk about
He's a comedian.
Well, and that reminded me of the whole Me Too movement. How, and especially again in the Democratic world, I mean, they took that thing on and it was, they took it and they were like, yes, believe all women. And then Tara Reid steps up and says, Biden
they're like
assaulted me. And they're like, don't believe all women. Don't believe all women. Never mind. It's, oh God.
You don't have it up yet, but anyway.
Okay. It's a team for them.
Yeah, Me Too needs to a real Me Too needs to come back. How about just arrest them all? If you're in the Epstein files, arrest them and sort it out later.
We need, I made a tweet about how a Green Party Department of Justice would be completely different. You know, we would not protect pedophiles. Each Department of Justice through all of these administrations have had those Epstein files. It's been going on for decades. They've known this stuff for decades, and they have done nothing because they're protecting their own. It's an empire. That's why I say you can never vote for a Democrat or Republican again. You have to systemically change this.
Yep.
Yep.
Can you make it big or no?
Yeah.
Okay. It's hard for me to see. Okay, there we go. And we love Sabby Sabs.
Yes.
Okay. No problem at all. See you shortly, Mr. Secretary.
You can work that in.
Mr. Secretary, I have to say, it's a first, I'm sure a last as well, that an interviewee's been pulled away to go to the Situation Room.
So he was told at that point in time that President Trump wanted to speak to him during a live interview. So this interview was live at the time. Listen to what he says after this.
Who is this?
How was the president? Was he stressed?
No, the president is in great spirits. The Iranian mission is proceeding well ahead of schedule. And I have to tell you, Wolf, that I have a teenager who's considering military service. And I could give this team my highest compliment, from President Trump to the head of the Joint Chiefs to the Secretary of War. I would say that I would trust my child's life in their hands.
Did you notice how shaken his voice was? If we go back to here, he seems so nervous. And he also says that, oh, well, I have a teenage son and he would love to volunteer to fight for. Why would he offer up that information if something wasn't about to change?
Right.
Watch again.
We're not going to watch it again, but she does speak more about it. But you can hear, I mean, I watched some of the previous part of the interview. I mean, he's a wreck right there. He is like, and she's right. I mean, out of the blue, he talks about his son who would love to be in the military. So that is super scary.
Is he in the military though?
No.
Did he do it? Okay. So love to, did it, two different things.
No. The point is that they must have said that they're going to start a draft. And so he started thinking about his son, and that's why his son came into his mind when he's sitting there. I think he was all freaked out because, like, oh my God, they have a draft. My son might get. So that's why he started to saying, I fully support that.
You think so?
That's what it sounds like he's talking about, is the draft. That was the take I got from it. Other people,
Well, I'd like to hear it again, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so keep going.
Okay. No, that's good point. Good point.
In great spirits. The Iranian mission is proceeding well ahead of schedule. And I have to tell you, Wolf, that
Why does he have to tell us that? Why does he have to tell him that? And I have to tell you that I have a teenage son.
Teenager who's considering military service. And I could give this team my highest compliment, from President Trump to the head of the Joint Chiefs to the Secretary of War. I would say that I would trust my child's life in their hands.
Yep. See, that's it right there.
He obviously does not believe that. I don't think anyone should trust their child's life in these monsters' hands.
But the point is that he's saying that because they've said we're going to do this. I mean, that's how it sounds. Just the way he's panicking, and he has to compliment them again. This was not a question that was presented to him at all. They weren't talking about anything like that. Wow. So that's where it gets really weird. But then she does talk later about let's see, 6:37. Hold on. And sorry if a commercial comes in.
Are you?
Yep, so I knew it would.
Researching dental implants?
There's a lot of dental offices that'll talk about doing their teeth.
I wasn't kidding when I said Iran is mountainous. I wasn't kidding when I said they are essentially walking into a death trap. This is absolutely insane. 5,000 going there. How many you think are going to come back? How many? Did you just see that Iran just bombed a U.S. oil tanker? And these guys are supposed to be able to come in and come back with their lives? What are we doing? What is this country doing? That's why I think the Treasury Secretary made that statement. And to add to that, why would he say it in that way? Why would he say, well, my son would greatly volunteer? That means they might be trying to do the draft. His teenage son is not in the military. What the hell is going on?
Right.
We don't need another Vietnam. We don't need another fucking Iraq war. And pardon my language, but this brings back emotions. Like, this puts me back in a place that I remember years ago. We can't have this again. These people are being sent to die. And for what? For a war that the United States cannot win. All for Israel. For Benjamin Netanyahu and his lackeys. All for that. They are willing to sacrifice American troops. I am telling all of you right now, I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, Independent, or no political ideology all at all. Everybody needs to stand up and push back against this. We can't have this happen again. Straight from the Pentagon, from the people who claim to be anti-war, from the people who claim to be the Department of, we're going to be peace. It's the peace president. I told you guys, and many of you, I'm sorry, many of you didn't find me until maybe now, but I said it back in 2024. The only way that we have actual peace is to have a president that is not tied to either one of these parties, because they are both captured by the MIC.
Yep. And that's the thing. She was a Jill Stein supporter. She was a Jill Stein supporter. And, you know, yep, she is right. We cannot do this two-party system.
Well, I was thinking about that a little further, because some people volunteer for the military, so before the draft, so they get to choose where they are.
Oh, okay. And you know more about that than, interesting.
And especially somebody that high up, you know, he could put his son in and protect him by keeping him stateside.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, and you know, there are other theories. I mean, there is the theory that it was they were just talking about the troop deployment. And, you know, there is the theory that he was told that Netanyahu is dead. There's that theory too. So yeah, but he definitely got told something that is
upsetting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really.
What a crazy ass world we live in.
Oh God. It's a mess.
Yeah. So you had the graphic of what she had up there. It says the Pentagon is moving additional Marines and warships to the Middle East as Iran steps up its attacks on the Strait of Hormuz. That's why our gas went up $1. According to 3 U.S. officials, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has approved a request from U.S. Central Command, responsible for American forces in the Middle East, for an element of an amphibious ready group and attached Marine Expeditionary Unit, typically consisting of several warships and 5,000 Marines and sailors, the official said.
Yeah. And it's really hard. You know, one of the interesting things that we do have a lot of military folks who are on our side of and running for the Green Party, so we can get a lot of good information. And I'm trying to remember who I heard talking about that. And they were saying that it wasn't really making sense. And because one of the problems is, for some reason, our military is stuck in an old way of thinking. And he said it would be extremely dangerous for a huge boat of of the Navy to be coming into that area. That it would just they could kill 900 of us immediately. And
yeah, I don't know if anybody's
using,
ever seen an aircraft carrier. Those things are huge. They're cities.
Yeah. And with the type of military that is the modern military, we didn't even cover. I pulled it from the show, but I had a whole series on drones, and I might as well say it, folks. If folks want to go and look, it's on Reddit. I'd never seen it before, but it's on Reddit. I should no. Next show we'll cover it, but it shows in the Ukraine-Russia conflict how it's really just it's death by drone. And they come in and they target the soldier, and there a lot of times there's two of them, and one goes in there and does it, and the other one is filming it. I mean, they all have cameras on them. It's just, and it's all on Reddit. I had never seen it before, folks. It's, oh my God,
it's disturbing.
It is. I've never seen a Reddit video get shared anywhere. I don't know how. I don't know how that works. Maybe somebody in the comments could give a commentary on that, but it's under combat. It's the /combat or something, but oh my God, it's really, really horrible. But we just our military is not prepared for this stuff. I mean, they obviously, I mean, the thing about this is on our side of the world, in the independent media, we all knew Iran's capabilities. They talked about this stuff forever. They were like, you guys do know that they could just like hit the military bases everywhere. And it's like that. Sure enough, as Richard Measures showed us, it's like that.
They told us.
So arrogant. They are so dumb. They think that it's, they're just going into another Afghanistan or Iraq. No, folks.
Well, American government is like shoot first, ask questions later. Well, if you don't have a plan, that's probably another reason that guy was so upset. There's no plan. So, he's probably sad a little. I would be, to be so close to it and not know what to do about it. I don't know. I don't know him. So, but we try to end with Green Party. We try to end with a little bit of hope because, like Sabby was saying, I voted for Jill Stein. Scott voted for Jill Stein. Sabby voted for Jill Stein. If Jill Stein was president, do you really think any of this would be happening?
Right.
Y'all had a chance. So let's try again. Okay. You can't blame me for genocide. You can't blame me for Syria. You can't blame me for Iran. You can't blame me for the mess of these two parties.
Right. Right. And, people love, vote for her is a vote for Trump. No, if you voted for her, she would have won. So anybody who tries to put that on you, say, no, you're the reason that we have these problems because you didn't vote for Jill Stein.
It's your fault. You didn't vote for Jill.
It's your fault.
I'm going to start saying that. So you didn't vote for Jill? Are you liking this? Is this cool with you? Oh, good job.
Right. Right. It's your fault. They don't understand. I don't know. They're just not willing to understand how kind of pure the process of voting is. I mean, you just go in there and you pick.
You go in there and this is your
nobody's
vote.
Nobody's got a gun to your head. Oh, but everybody else is going to vote a certain way. No, you're an individual. You should make an individual choice, and that was the right choice, and you could have chose it.
Yeah. So I think we did get to basically the end of the show. I want you to play that Butch one because man, is it good. Butch is just killing it lately.
Yeah, his videos have been fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. And I want to thank everybody for coming in. I think Sunday nights are good for us. We've had huge crowds now on Sundays.
Yeah.
So it's really
so
great.
Appreciate you all being here. It's wonderful. And I love the conversation. Leftists aren't moving back to liberal. Good one, Amanda. That's right.
Like hardly.
Right.
Oh my God. Blue MAGA. Oh my God. Help us all.
And
all
there's
right.
not as many of them as you think. So.
All right. Let me try to get this. Okay. Tell me when you're ready. And I'm just going to hit it. I hope it's going to work.
Oh, there it is. Go for it.
They're red. Democrats are blue. But what have the Repubs are red? Democrats are blue.
But what have those two corporate parties done for you? Did they get you affordable housing? Did they get you free healthcare? Or did they blow all our hard-earned tax dollars on warfare?
Oh.
No matter who you pray with or lay with, the government works for you. But that's not how they see things on Team Red and Team Blue. See, they want to divide you on a fake culture war so billionaires and corporations can take more and more. But we taking it back. It's a new dawn today. It's all power to the people. And Butch Ware for CA.
Oh,
Right?
I love it. Oh my God, he's the best.
Yeah, he really is. So tune in Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Sheila Fazl.
Okay, Fozzie. Yeah.
Fozzie. Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
terrible with pronunciations, but yes, Sheila, and she's running in Texas for comptroller. So
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Yes, we've gotten all the Texas folks here. It's been really, really fun.
Texas,
And,
North Carolina, and we got to start getting our Illinois folks on, but we're so busy petitioning, we don't have time to do anything. But
yeah. Yeah, I know.
that's all we have time to do.
And
And
folks-
we're talking about doing a fundraiser, maybe looking into getting a billboard. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
We'll
Cool.
see. We'll
Yeah.
see. So go to ilgp.org, and at least there should be a box on the front so you can just get on our email list. You know, even if you can't donate, I get that, but at least you can be informed, you know, about what we're doing.
Edie and I do a Zoom every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central Time. If you want to come in and hang out with us, it is at ilgp.org/events every Thursday. So you can just hang out. You don't have to be a Green Party member. You just come and hang out. Yes, left from North Carolina. Yay. Woo. And all right, Brian, thank you. And also anybody who wants to help us petition, if you're in the Illinois or in the surrounding area, you can get in and help us petition. Please, please, please do that. We've got until May 25th. We have to get 25,000 minimum. So we got quite a task ahead of us. Just email me, scott.free@ilgp.org. So please, please help us out. And hit that subscribe button, folks.
Thanks for remembering.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next time. It seems like I made it through whatever. that
Yeah,
was.
you made it. Oof.
Yeah. I heard it's going to snow in St. Louis.
Okay. Oh, bye. Gross.
Lord. Anyway, peace out.
All right. Bye,
And
everyone. Free Palestine. Free Iran.
Free Iran. Free America.
Free America. Free America. They're going to come to save us. Free America. Please,
Scott,
please,
you're
Brad,
such a
save
wrecker.
us. Please save us.
Good night, everybody.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Uprising, we're rising up.
It's an uprising. We're rising up. It's an uprising.
Fight the power.
It's an uprising.
Fight the power.
We had 45